Guys, I'll be Cobra here, and today I'm going to be doing an NBA video. There's a couple minutes before the first game starts, so I'm going to try to make it quick. It's a standings prediction video. So I'm going to go through the West, through the East, and predict my standing through the season. This is King of the Fourth Quarter site, so please visit his channel, because he is a really great creator. He's one of my favorites on the site. And tomorrow I will release an NBA award prediction video, so please stay tuned for that. I do believe that this is going to get a little crazy, maybe a little controversial, but please stay with the video. Comment down below what you agree and disagree with. Like the video, subscribe, press the notifications so you can see my video tomorrow and future videos. So let's get into it. Straight number 15. I'm going to do the bottom three first. These are my bottom three teams. Pretty straightforward in my opinion. I don't think these teams can contend with the rest of the teams. I do think San Antonio is the worst team maybe in the league. They're just not good at all. They don't have really any strong suits. Kelvin Johnson is decent. Devin Vassell is pretty good, but I'm definitely not going to be following this team because I don't think they're going to amount to any more than like 15 wins, if I'm going to be completely honest. I think they could have got a better rookie than Chan, even though I do think he's pretty good. Number 14, I got the Thunder. I might have put them at number 12 or 11 because I do think Josh Giddey and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander are going to have great years, and I think we're going to see a lot of improvement as a team. But the fact that Chet Holmgren is out for the season just makes me want to put this team at 14, even though I do think they could be a potential playoff team next year if they continue rebuilding and if they keep Shai Gilgeous-Alexander because he's a major part of that team. Number 13, I think Utah. I don't think they're going to be as bad as people may seem. I think they have good pieces. I think guys like Colin Sexton and Walker Kessler are going to have great years and underrated years. But I just don't think they're going to amount to much because they don't really have the star power. They don't have really anything. No one pays attention to Utah. I'm definitely not going to be following this team. But I do hope guys like Colin Sexton. I think Colin Sexton could break out this year as a potential all-star candidate. So, I'm going to do 12 through 11 to finish out the teams I want me to play in. So Houston is going to be on number 12. Sorry, I put them at number 1. I didn't mean to do that. But Houston is going to be at number 12 and 11 up at Portland. So this is tough because Portland's a great team, but just because of the sheer fact that this is a really tough bracket. Not bracket, sorry. This is a really tough conference to make the playoffs in. There's so many good teams, so many possible contenders that I just can't have Portland higher than 11. I do think some teams are going to be a lot better than them, so this is my thing. And 12, Houston. I do think Jalen Green is going to see a lot of improvement. I do think Jabari Smith is going to be good, although not as good as we may think. And I don't think he's going to end up being a star player. But I do think Houston is going to be a little better than the bottom three teams, just because of the fact that I think Jalen Green is going to show so much improvement, and they have a better all-around team, I think, than the bottom three teams. So now let's do the playing teams. So number 10, I got Sacramento. Number 9, I got. Alright, so. Oh, hold on. I messed this up. I didn't mean to do this. These are my. Actually, no. Hold on, I did this wrong. These 7, 8, 9 for me are interchangeable. I'll just put it like this. I like this. Alright, so. You guys might be going crazy, but hear me out. Number 10, Sacramento. I do think they're a good team, but at this point, you don't even know. Like, they're so hit or miss. They could be a good team, but at the same time, they're probably not going to be because they're Sacramento. I'm just hoping and praying that De'Aaron Fox has a good year to make him a little more memorable for us. And Domantas Sabonis will be a great player as well. Number 9, I put Phoenix because I'm really seeing a lot of regression from this team. I do think they're a good team, but I do think Devin Booker has become one of the most overrated players in the NBA. I think Chris Paul is destined to regress eventually. And DeAndre Ayton, I don't think they should have signed it. I think they should have gone for someone else rather than Ayton at a center position, maybe like a Clint Capella. But I do respect their decision to sign him. And they're a really good team. I just can't see them getting higher than that, especially after the poor performance in the playoffs last year. And even though they are a good all-around team, I do think there are better teams in the Western Conference. Number 8, I put LA. I do think even though they had a poor year last year, I think they're going to bounce back, and I don't think they're going to be as bad as people think. I think they really can have a good year. Just because guys struggled last year doesn't mean they're going to struggle this year. Number 7, I put Dallas. They have Luka, who's going to carry them to a good record. Just they're not too good all around. So number 6 through 4, I'm going to fill out right now. And I'm liking these rankings so far. So for number 6, I put New Orleans. I do think they're a very good team. I think they're going to show a lot of progression. I just don't think they're going to be too high in the stacked Western Conference. Same thing with Minnesota. I think they're going to show a lot of progression as a team, and Anthony Edwards is going to be a breakout star. They're going to be so good, just not too high in this conference. In Memphis, they proved last year that they could be a good team, and I think they're going to prove that again. I think Ja Morant is going to be an MVP candidate this year. Drew Jackson's going to have a great year. Desmond Bane's going to have a great year. They're just a great team all around, and it's kind of hard to deny them a spot. Number 3, I got LA. I'm going to say this right now. I do think LA is good, but I don't think they're as good as some people think. Number 2, I think, is going to be Denver. Pretty self-explanatory. They have Jokic. They're pretty good all around. Jamal Murray's coming back. I think they're going to be great. And number 1, Golden State. No explanation needed. Let's get to the East. So, number 15, I am going to put the Indiana Pacers. And I'll fill out the bottom 3 as well. These teams are all just bad, and I don't think they're going to amount to anything. No explanation needed for the Pacers. Not really much for the Wizards. They have Bradley Beal. They have literally no one else. And the Charlotte Hornets, I mean, I just don't. They're just a horrible team. They might even be the worst team in the league, I'm going to be honest. I wouldn't blame them because Victor Wembanyama and LaMelo Ball would be the coolest duo of all time. Let's fill out 12 through 11, and let's go to the plan. Number 12. So, I'm going to fill this out real quick. So, I just filled out the plan, and this is how it's looking. So, number 10, I got the Pistons. Oh, sorry. Let's go to number 12. Knicks are just not very good. I just think they're going to pull away some clutch wins because of the fact that they have R.J. Barrett, and they're a pretty cool team, even though they're not going to be good. Number 11, Orlando, just missing out on the playoffs. I think Paolo is going to have a great year, even though I don't think he's going to be an all-star candidate or anything. I think he's going to have a great year, maybe potentially Rookie of the Year season. And I do personally think that guys like Cole Anthony and Jalen Suggs will improve a little bit, and eventually they'll be a powerhouse in the East, hopefully. Number 10, I got Detroit. I think they're going to show so much progression this year. I think Cade Cunningham is going to be an all-star. I think this team is just going to be so good. I really need no explanation. This team is going to be so fun to watch. Number 9, Chicago. The opposite, that they're not that fun to watch. No offense to any Chicago Bulls fans watching this video. I do like the Chicago Bulls, but personally, I don't think they're going to be that good. I think DeMar is going to regress. I think Zach LaVine is not going to be that good. I don't think Lonzo Ball is going to play a lot and not play well either. Vucevic is not good. Patrick Williams is okay. Overall, I don't think they're going to be good. Number 8, Atlanta. They have the pieces. They have Trae. They have DeJounte. I don't think they're going to work together as good as some people do think. I don't think they're going to be a great backcourt duo, even though some people may think they're one of the best backcourt duos in the league. I don't think they're going to play that well together. They both need the ball in their hands, and guys like John Collins are probably going to complain that they don't have the ball in their hands. It might cause some controversy in Atlanta, and I think there's going to be some trades happening. Number 7, Miami. They're a good team, but it feels like they're standing the ground for the past couple of years. They haven't really improved while all the other teams around them are improving rapidly. So I think eventually they're not going to be in the playoffs. Maybe this year they might not make it because, first of all, this isn't the plan. They could not even make the playoffs overall, but I think they're just progressing while all the other teams are improving. They're Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry. They're not getting any younger. I mean, I'm sorry to Miami fans, but I do think these 6 teams on the board left are better teams. So let's fill out 6 through 4. So these teams, I do think are going to be good. I just don't think they're going to be as good as some people think they are. Toronto, I think they're going to be so good, but there's just the 1 through 5 in the East are all powerhouses. Let's not like twist anything. They're all beastly players. They're all beastly teams. And I don't think any of them are bad. I just do think there are better teams, or maybe not better teams, but I do think other teams are going to perform better. Number 6, Toronto. I think they're a good team. I think Scottie Barnes and Pascal Siakam are going to both prove to be some of the most underrated players in the NBA. And I'm a Sixers fan, but I'm a huge believer in the Raptors. And I do think they could be, honestly, top 3 seed. Currently, right now, I'm not going to put them there. That high. Number 5, Brooklyn. Sorry, I'm a little parched. I do like Brooklyn, but they're like a TV show, like all these stud actors or whatever, but you're not providing the best TV show. Like, I don't know what's up with Brooklyn, but they better act together or else they're going to be one of the all-time failures. Number 4, Boston. I'm telling you guys, the 1 through 4 seeds in this are all going to be beasts. They're all like monster teams. Just Boston, I think, is going to get the short end of the stick and going to lose some of those key. Honestly, I can see the 1 through 4 teams all tying records. Just depends on their divisional, who wins what games. Honestly, I could see that happening, which is why I put Boston at 4. Although I do think 1 through 4 are interchangeable in this bracket. I will say that right now. If you put Boston at 1, if you put the 3 teams left at 4, I would not be posted that because I think 1 through 4 are just such powerhouses in this East. Let's finish this out. So. By the way, I did not make this first. I know this may seem more unorthodox to put Cleveland at 2, but I think they're going to be so good this year. Darius Garland's a great team player. He's experienced playing with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley before, and they looked deadly. Include that with the fact that Donovan Mitchell is an amazing scorer. Him and Darius Garland will absolutely feed Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, and I think Isaac Okoro could have a potentially great year too. I think this team is one of the most underrated teams, and I think they're a sleeper to win it all. So Milwaukee, again, they're a good team, just like Boston. I just don't think that they're like gonna win the key divisional matchups as much as like Philly and Cleveland. I think 1 through 4 could tie with the same record. I think you just depend on matchups. It genuinely could happen because they're just so good. And number 1, Philly. I am a Sixers fan, but I'm trying not to be biased here. They're just showed a lot of improvement in the offseason. So I'm a little parched. But this is my bracket. Please comment, like, subscribe, anything, and I'll see you tomorrow probably if you're watching the video tomorrow.